Awesome, we're live. Want to welcome everybody to the case study hangout. We're actually now we're live. We're actually in week 5 of the case study hangout, and we've got a lot of exciting content that we're going to cover tonight. We're going to be talking about keyword research. We're going to be talking about search engine optimization. We're also going to be talking about some content strategies that you guys can implement, giving you some ideas. I mean, obviously we've gone over StumbleUpon and stuff like that, but there are actually a lot of different types of content that you can generate for your blog, and we're going to be talking about that this evening. What I want to remind everybody of, and we kind of recap this every week, but I want to remind you that your blog is to brand yourself. Okay, so the whole purpose of your blog is to brand who you are, brand what you're passionate about, brand what it is that you do, talk about the things that you want to talk about on your blog, and categorize your content accordingly. Okay, so I know we've said that before, but I just want to point that out, re-emphasize that point. That's the reason for having a blog in the first place. And what I want to do, what I want to do this evening is I actually want to hand it over to Keith to get started, because Keith is really good at doing keyword research and coming up with long tail keyword ideas and different ideas for generating traffic off of those long tail keyword phrases. So Keith, I'm just going to hand it over to you, man, and let you take it away, and then you can pass it back to me whenever you're done.
All right, man. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here, guys, tonight. We appreciate you investing time. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so before we get into some keyword research, Chris, I was thinking that I would break it down, and this is, I think we mentioned this last week, but essentially, guys, I mean, this is how I break it down. There's 3 different ways that you can add content to your blog. Okay? So you have viral content, which is a really good example of viral content would be Chris uses StumbleUpon. I use StumbleUpon as well. But I love just scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed. You know, I scrolled through my Facebook newsfeed a year ago, and it looks a lot different now. You know, I mean, there's 50% of the information on my Facebook newsfeed or more are videos. So you notice videos become very popular. Lots of people are posting videos on Facebook. So what I like to do is find a funny video and then search that video on YouTube if the YouTube link isn't already in the Facebook newsfeed there, and then take that video and add it to my blog. And we'll show you at the end of the webinar, before we open it up for questions, how easy it really is to take a viral video and just embed it onto your LSN blog and then share the link to the LSN blog so that people see the entire blog URL and the video on your blog page. So, you know, people share the videos, but you're really not benefiting anyway from just sharing a video unless you're putting it on your blog. So remember, guys, I want you to think, when you share funny content, when you share viral content, take that video, embed it on your blog, and then share the entire blog URL on Facebook. That's a really great way to get people to share content, okay? Because people will share content if it's funny, it's interesting, or it puts a smile on their face. The second way, guys, is everyday content. I don't know if Natalie's here with us. Great. I'm sorry about sending you that link late, by the way. But Natalie did a great job on her blog, and you know, I think we're going to showcase that later too, if you don't mind. We're just going to show people a little bit about what you're doing with your blog, because she's got a great way of just adding, you know, what's going on in her life, what she's passionate about. This is stuff that's going to make you look more realistic as a person. People can relate with you more. And again, we kind of covered this stuff, so I'm not going to spend too much time with it. The last way would be keyword-specific information, and this is what we're going to get into tonight. We're going to go a little deeper into long-tail keywords, keyword ideas, guys, because it's not enough to just add funny content and add viral content and adding everyday content to your blog. That's a great start, but you will need to identify some markets for yourself. You're going to need to identify some money-making keywords. And this could be the difference between, you know, you making it as a blogger in this industry and not making it. So let's go ahead and go to a screen share real fast. Chris, did you want to add anything to that before we get into the screen share?
No, bro, take it away.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, so let's start. I'm going to give you some keywords that I personally would write down tonight, and use these keywords and look them up through the keyword tool, ubersuggest.org. But these are definitely keywords that you should be focusing on, and you don't have to do an article. You don't have to do an article on each one like by the end of the week, guys. You know, just start to add this information into your blog you know, 2 or 3 times a week at a bare minimum. I think Chris and I both agreed that being consistent with your blog is really important, and trying to add content 2 to 3 times a week. That's something the search engines look for. It's something the readers look for. So what's not a good example of a blog would be if you had updated your blog, let's say last week, and then you don't update it for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you update it 2 or 3 times, and then you wait 2 or 3 more weeks. And I know that, you know, life is hectic and busy, but just do your best to try to be consistent with it. You know, if you can update them on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, try to keep that trend. I know stuff happens, but try to do it a couple of times a week. So let's start with the first keyword, guys, and this stuff is pretty easy stuff here. Autoresponder. Okay, we all know that we represent a tool suite here with Lead System Network. So it's a smart idea to write about the products that we offer people. You don't have to write about the tool suite itself, but don't get me wrong, writing about Lead System Network is a great idea. You should definitely try to get ranked for your company keywords. You should definitely try to get ranked for some of the leaders within the company as well. But more importantly, guys, let's open this up a little bit more and let's look at the keyword autoresponder. If we were to actually type this into Ubersuggest, what it's going to do is it's going to give us some long-tail keyword ideas for the keyword autoresponder. Now, you can see a few here. Autoresponder Gmail. We got, let's see, a couple that we could use here. That would make sense. Autoresponder email. Autoresponder affiliate programs. That would probably be one that you might want to target. These are people that might be interested in promoting an autoresponder that has a built-in affiliate program. Here's another good one, guys. Best autoresponder service. Best autoresponder. I love using that keyword best. Sometimes you can just use that keyword best in front of another keyword and rank for the keyword best something, whatever it is, or best, you know, whatever your phrase is. That's really important stuff here. So write about your autoresponder, put it, make the article informative about how the Lead System Network autoresponder works. Possibly consider creating a video for that. Show people how it works. Get in your back office. People love to see video tutorials. And then at the bottom, share with them how they can create a free account through Lead System Network and build a list of up to 5,000 people for free and email 2,000 people with this autoresponder, and they can check it out without having to spend a single penny. I guarantee you guys, if you start optimizing for keywords that are autoresponder related, and you share with people how the Lead System Network autoresponder works, and you make sure that you reveal the fact that they can join for free, you should have quite a few people starting to join through your Lead System Network funnel system, which is something that we covered, I believe, back in the second week. So that would be one of the keywords. I'm going to move on to another keyword here, guys, capture page creator. Okay, this is something also in your back office, in the LSN tool suite. Definitely want to write about it. You see here people are searching for these words: capture page creator free, video capture page creator, easy lead capture page creator. We can give you some ideas, guys, to even start trying to represent, or excuse me, not represent, but to get listed or ranked for other keyword, other company keywords. Okay, so I don't know right off the top of my head if easy lead capture page creator is in fact, you know, a different capture page creator. It seems like it would be. But that would be one that maybe you'd want to get listed for. And Chris, you could probably explain how sometimes being a little controversial is a good thing, you know. So maybe you might even do a review on the company Easy Lead Capture Page Creator, and then show them why you think the Lead System Network is a great alternative to that. That would be a great article right there, and definitely something, you know, worth noting tonight, so that you can go back and look at your notes down the road and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do a write-up on Easy Lead Capture Page Creator or something along those lines. You know, so you got free capture page creator online. And when you're going through these words, guys, think about what you would actually want to hear, or what you would be looking for if you were the customer. Okay, so if you were looking for information on a capture page creator, could you see yourself typing in something like free capture page creator online? You know, if you say yes to that question, then maybe it's worth actually doing it. And we're not going to go over it all tonight, guys, because we really want to try to get through this content so that we can open it up and ask questions and hear from you guys. But we did show you in last week's training how you can do searches in quotations to get exact keyword matches, and you can see exactly how much competition you're up against. Okay, so tonight we're showing you ideas to get keywords and long tail keywords. Last week we showed you how to identify your competition, but you need to put the two together in order to make it work for you. Okay, so that would be another one. Start your own blog. Always a good keyword phrase, especially considering that we have a really powerful blog here with Lead System Network. Now, I love this keyword phrase, guys, because you see here, there is definitely a number of different phrases that we could write about, we can optimize for. Start your own blog for free, start your own blogging business, start your own blog website, start your own blog site. Now, if you're a novice to this whole search engine optimization blogging course that we're basically teaching you here tonight, you might think that, you know, these keywords are very similar and you might not want to do a write-up on each one. You may or you may not, but I can tell you this, guys, just because you get optimized for start your own blog website does not mean you're going to get optimized for start your own blogging business or start your own blog for free. Okay, sometimes if you do it the right way and you list your keywords properly in your title and you write about it the right way, Google will pick up on certain things and you can get ranked for keyword phrases in different ways. Sometimes you don't, okay? So it's an algorithm. Chris, you mentioned that last week, which means we really don't know exactly how they're grading everything. I mean, we have a basic idea and an understanding of it, but sometimes it makes sense to write up a post about start your own blog website and then do another one for start your own blogging business. Yes, they are similar, but technically they are two totally different keyword phrases, okay? So this would be another one, and I hope you guys are writing this stuff down because, again, these are keywords that are all related to LSN and make a lot of sense for you to be blogging about on your LSN blog. Okay, so here's another one, guys, webinar platforms. Just so happens that the Lead System Network does offer webinar platforms in the back office. They offer Google Hangouts. They offer their own platform as well, which Chris and I have played around with. It's actually pretty good. Webinar platforms for free. Here's a great one, guys, webinar platform reviews. If you really wanted to, this is why it's a little pet peeve of mine, but sometimes when I work with people, and I haven't heard this from anybody in the group, so I'm not singling anybody out, it's just certain people that I've worked with over the course of a few years, people tell me, Keith, I don't have anything to write about. You know, I don't know what to write. And I'm thinking, are you serious? I mean, go to the ubersuggest.org, type something in, and get yourself some ideas. I mean, I could write, you know, this is enough information here for me to write, do blog write-ups for a week. I'm sorry, guys, I can't talk tonight for some reason. But anyway, you get my point. We have a lot of information here evaluating webinar platforms. I mean, guys, that would be a great article right there. You could actually show and evaluate the LSN webinar platform. And again, I love to put everything into video format. That's powerful. People like to see you log into the back office. They like to see the tools before they purchase them, and it's kind of like a sneak peek of what they're going to get. And then with every blog, and if we have time, we'll show you what Natalie does. Actually, you know what? Let's just jump to that real quick. I'm going to kind of deviate away from the topic. This is Natalie's blog, and Natalie, what you could do, if you don't mind, in the LSN case study group, maybe just post your link so people can take a look at it. But she did a write-up about a dog that she adopted. This is now part of their family, and this is a really powerful article, guys. And then at the bottom, she subtly throws this in. She starts talking about, you know, I start the day looking forward to talking with my team and taking the actions necessary for building my list. I look forward to sharing what is working for me and my team as we help each other in achieving our individual goals. You know, want to learn more about what works for us, connect with me here. This goes out to her link and my team, and I will work with you and help you create success no matter what. Now, you see how the write-up was done about something completely other than network marketing, but she found a way to basically work that in real subtly, real professional, Natalie. I really like it. I think you did an awesome job on this. Not to mention, she set her blog up really great. I mean, the background is awesome. The banner looks good. And I'm sure you guys that are part of the case study that are doing this, I haven't looked at everyone's blog, so I'm not, you know, I don't want you to think that we haven't. We're just saying Natalie has the best blog. We want you to understand that if you guys are, if you're plugged in, I'm sure you guys have a great blog and you're working on it. That's great. But this is a really good example of how your blog should be set up. She's got her picture here. Who is Natalie? Talks about herself a little bit. What I love down here is she's got the social connections plug-in. That means you can get in touch with her on Facebook or Twitter. She's got a recent post set up here, which is also a really smart idea because these are links back to recent posts. She's got her LSN banner, a couple other banners for affiliate programs that she's part of. So, I mean, guys, it's a great blog. Natalie, good job on that. And I love how you were able to work something in. It's almost like, you know, it's a little action statement at the bottom of this blog. She said, hey, you read my article. Now if you'd like to connect with me further, click here. That's the way that you want to do it. So let's move on, guys. I'm going to show you a couple of more keywords here, and then, Chris, I'll pass it back to you. Text broadcaster. This is also a service that's offered in the back office of LSN. Now, there's less here. This isn't as popular as a keyword as maybe capture page creator, but you get my message. We have text message broadcaster, text broadcaster. Those would be ones that you would start with, okay? Let's get two more, and then I'll pass it back to you, Chris. We got funnel marketing system. Now, funnel marketing system, you can use this keyword a number of different ways. You could use the free funnel marketing system, the internet marketing funnel system. Again, you kind of look at this and say, well, Keith, isn't a free funnel marketing system very similar to an internet marketing funnel system? And the answer to that question is yes. But when you look at this keyword internet here, it actually is a keyword that is not in the phrase above that one. Okay, so just by adding that word internet, and you could even keep the word free in there. So you could do something like free internet marketing funnel system. Now you could rank for free funnel system. You could rank for internet funnel system. You might even rank for internet marketing funnel system. You could rank for the whole phrase together, which is free internet marketing funnel system. But the reason we're sharing this with you tonight, guys, is because we want you to start opening up your minds to the idea of taking one keyword, or a keyword phrase, excuse me, and turning that phrase into multiple articles. I mean, you should have, instead of coming to your upline or people like Chris and I and saying, hey, we don't have enough ideas, you should come to us and say, hey, we have too many ideas and we don't have enough time to get all this onto our blog. Because, guys, it's really limited to your own creativity. Last one, and then I'm going to pass it back to you, Chris. I promise I was a little long-winded here. This would be an example of something that is non-internet marketing related. I could show you mine real fast. This is not what we would consider a full-length post by any means, but as Chris has shared with me over the last couple of years of working with him, not every blog needs to be a perfect post format. Okay, so what do we consider a good post? 600 to 800 words or longer. You should make it easy to read for the reader, make it search engine friendly as well. But sometimes, guys, you just want to share something real fast. So this goes back to that Facebook concept that I told you about. I found this cat playing ping pong, and I did a training video on this. And I mean, it's a great video. Let me lower this here a little bit. Basically, a cat playing ping pong. Who doesn't love a cat playing ping pong? This is cute. This is funny. This is viral. This is the kind of stuff people want to share. Now, don't feel bad because people don't want to share your articles about internet marketing. It's not going to benefit them anyway. I mean, you can't blame somebody for not wanting to share your article on internet marketing. This is the kind of stuff people will share. So by taking this video, embedding it on your LSN blog, titling it the right way, watch this cat playing ping pong. Well, now I have the opportunity to rank for these keywords. If you look here, I just did a little blurb, and in some cases you might want to do 2 or 3 paragraphs on it. But here's the important part at the bottom, guys, and I should probably put this in bold so it stands out. If you enjoyed this post or if it's put a smile on your face in any way, please use the buttons below to share it with your friends. Now, there's different ways to say that, but this is the idea or the concept behind sharing content from Facebook or from a YouTube channel on your LSN blog. And then what I would do, instead of taking, like I said, just a video, I just copy and paste this whole link, go back to my Facebook, boom, pop it right in here, hit post, and we're good to go. And that's how it works. So that's pretty much my part tonight. I'm going to get back somewhere wherever I was before. Here we go. Screen share. All right, Chris, I'm going to hand it back to you, man.
Awesome job, Keith. Great job. And actually, guys, if you just push the share button below that video for Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, you don't actually have to navigate your way from your blog post page. You can just actually click those share buttons below. And you want to make sure you're sharing it with as many people as you possibly can on as many of those networks as you possibly can. What I want to do is I kind of want to recap and go over a little bit of what Keith was going over here for 1 second, and hopefully, can you see my screen, Keith? Am I showing up? Okay, cool, good deal. I'm here at Ubersuggest as well, and what I wanted to show you about Ubersuggest is on a lot of the keyword phrases, you actually have almost all of the letters. They're all in alphabetical order, so you've got this keyword phrase for make easy money online. It goes all the way down A, B, C, D, or A, B, G, H, so on and so forth. So it's alphabetized content. One of the things that I would definitely recommend that you do is to even make these keyword phrases more long tail or vary them a little bit from what they are as suggestions in the Uber Suggest tool. So we see here right now, make easy money online, drop shipping items on eBay. Okay, this right here is an example of a perfect long tail keyword phrase. Okay, this is something that you don't need to add anything to. You really don't need to change anything about this. One of the things you might want to do is, I'll just recap a little bit from last week, is we'll copy this phrase, we'll go to Google, and we'll see what kind of competition we're dealing with as far as the
Hey, Chris, your mic got muted, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
That's weird. I don't know how in the world that happened, but how much of that did you hear, Keith?
We missed about 20 seconds, I'd say.
Okay, so one of the things, once you do pick a long tail keyword phrase that's going to work, is you want to put it in quotes, you want to search it in quotes, and see what number you're actually dealing with here of people talking about this specific keyword phrase. And in this case, you're competing against about 1,960,000 websites. Because we have the quotes around it, that is exactly this keyword phrase. So that means there are over almost 2 million sites with that exact keyword phrase on it. So I'm going to vary this keyword phrase just a little bit. You know, drop shipping, we'll change items to health products. And let's search that. So that definitely took it down a little bit. So make money, drop shipping, health and wellness products on eBay. Okay, so that took it down even more to 440,000 results. This is more realistic. If anything has under 500,000 results, I would use that as kind of a litmus test or as kind of a catalyst to, hey, that's a good keyword phrase that I could actually get listed on the first page of Google for if I write an article that is optimized in the correct way. And that's what I kind of want to go over with you tonight. Now, one thing that I did cover on last week's webinar is that it's not that important to actually optimize every single post perfectly, but there are a couple of things that you can do, that you can make sure that you do to really boost your website up in the search engines. And one of those is, of course, the title of your blog post. Okay, so the title of your post is the first thing, like we discussed on last week's webinar. It's the first thing that you're actually going to see. This title is the title that we're going to go for, so I would actually put this in title format on my blog post here, which means I'm going to capitalize all the important words, all the important letters here. And I'm not going to go through and do this, but those of you who know, basic English, basic grammar, you know how to do that. And so drop shipping health and wellness products on eBay. Now, what I would want to do is I wouldn't want to come down here and put my H2 tag as how to make money drop shipping health and wellness products on eBay, or learn how to make money using that exact keyword phrase. What I would want to do is I would want to say health and wellness products are a popular trend with the baby boomer generation. Okay, so I would say health and wellness products are a popular trend with the baby boomer generation. As people age, they realize more and more that health is their most important asset, period. This means that looking at, or go on and explain yourself without explaining this exact title, if that makes any sense. Okay, so you don't want to over optimize for this. You also, I see a lot of people, they'll put their H2 tag at the very top. You don't want to do that. You want to have an introductory paragraph. Okay, so here's your introductory paragraph up here. Okay, below your intro paragraph, you want your H2 tag. Your H2 tag is going to be a subtitle. Okay, so your subtitle of Make Money Drop Shipping Health and Wellness Products on eBay could be something like eBay is a fantastic opportunity. Okay, so I'm not talking about the exact keyword phrase. I'm not over optimizing it. I want to make this my H2 tag. And on your H2 tag, you may or you may not choose to put that in proper title format. The title of your blog post always needs to be in proper title format. The H2 tag may or may not be. Okay, it depends on your writing style. It depends on whether you're trying to emphasize the point or not. There are a lot of variables that go into that. So underneath my H2 tag, what I want to have to make this as optimized as possible is I want to have about 3 paragraphs of content. And the way I break up my content, guys, I told you I do sentence by sentence. By paragraph, I mean 3 separate ideas about making money on eBay with health and wellness products. Okay, so I'd want to come up with 3 different points. And since I'm doing this off the top of my head, it's a little bit more difficult. But let's think about the benefits of drop shipping health and wellness products. Okay, so the first paragraph or the first 4 sentences could be about the fact that I don't have to store inventory. So I could write about the fact that I don't have to store inventory when I'm drop shipping products from eBay, because we're basically having another company ship the products out for us. My second point could be I can make money by helping others. Okay, so this would be my second 3 or 4 sentences that I write would be about making money by helping others. And what I could actually do is underneath each of these points, I could actually make a subparagraph. I just want you guys to pay attention to how I'm formatting this. I know I'm not writing it out. But I could put a subparagraph that explains why eBay is a fantastic opportunity for those who want to learn extra income online. My number 1 point about not having to store inventory could actually be not an H2 tag, but an H3 tag, okay? Because it's a subpoint of my H2 tag up here. And then I would put my paragraph or my 3 or 4 lines or 5 lines of content about not having to store inventory below my H3 tag. I could make this also my second point that's also going to have 3 or 4 lines of content talking about it. I can make that my second point, my second H3 tag, and then my third one, whatever my third one is going to be. I'm not going to waste your valuable time this evening trying to come up with something. But basically, if you format your content this way, where you're providing valuable content that's structured in a way that makes sense, Google is going to give your site that much more relevance. Okay, and combined with all of the other things, okay, combined with sharing that content, with coming up with the right long tail keywords, with being able to put that content, cross-link it onto other blog posts that might be related. So if you're talking about making money, for example, and you don't have any other articles about drop shipping, you might want to take the word make money and link that back to another one of your articles that talk about making money, okay, if that makes sense. So you've got the cross-link structure that we talked about last week within the blog content itself. You're sharing the blog content across multiple social networks, and I'll just go to my blog real quick, and again, I want to go over the important ones. So if I click on my first blog post up here, and I scroll down to the bottom, the important ones, guys, are definitely Twitter. You definitely want to share it on Google+. You definitely want to share it on Dig. You definitely want to share it on Reddit. You definitely want to share it on Tumblr. You definitely want to share it on Blogger. And you definitely want to share it on StumbleUpon. And then all of the other ones, basically, guys, are whether or not you want to share them is really up to you. It's personal preference. But those are the ones that I would definitely share your content on, because that is where your content is going to get the most backlink value. And be sure, like I said, if you're sharing your content on sites like Reddit, you want to make sure that your content is in the right category. You want to spend time on all of these networks. That's why you want to do the most important ones, like Twitter, like Google+. You want to make sure your profile is updated. You want to make sure all of your personal information is on there. And you want to make sure that you're active in the community. Okay, so if you're posting content on Dig or Reddit, you want to be active on Dig or Reddit with other people's content. Okay, because if you're just posting your content and the users of these sites, which are very, the people who use Dig love Dig. Okay, and Dig has a purpose. And what you need to do is you need to log into Dig, update your profile, scroll through other people's content, dig that content, comment on stuff on Reddit, and be active in all of these communities, okay? And it does take a little bit of time, but if you look at it, you're only really spending about 2 or 3 minutes on each one of these sites every single day. That's enough activity to really boost your relevance up in these sites, and the reason why we want you to share them on these sites is because this is what's going to boost your social relevance in Google. Okay, that's what Google's going to come along, look at your blog, see your blog posts on Stumble, see that people are interacting with your blog post on Stumble because you're interacting with their content, see that people from Dig are interacting with your content because you're interacting with their content, so on and so forth. People aren't going to interact with your content if you don't interact with theirs. Okay, and the thing about bloggers, you can scroll through other people's blogs and you can leave comments. You can like their blog. You can say, hey, John, great post on this subject. I really enjoyed it. You also want to do this with inside of LSN itself. We're going to talk about that in a second. But Keith, I just want to pass it over to you, man, to make sure I don't want to go too long here. And basically, guys, what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about different kinds of content that you can put on your blog, different content generation strategies. Keith, I'll hand it back over to you, brother.
Sure. This is just a quick, simple thing while you're on screen share there, Chris. Do you want to show them where they can put their website and the profile settings back there? Because if you guys are going to be commenting, yeah, I'll have Chris show you guys first, and then I'll.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, if I want to comment on other LSN members' blog, and I want it to be backlinked to my blog, I'm actually going to, and it doesn't have to be backlinked to your LSN blog. Okay, understand this. You can actually put any link that you want inside of your profile. But you want your link for your website to go here, underneath website. It's that easy. You save this, you update this, and whenever you're logged into your blog and you comment on another LSN member's blog, it's going to automatically link your name to your blog. So it's automatically going to be linked. You don't have to put your link within the comment itself. It's automatically going to link you back. This helps you build a backlink structure or a cross-link structure within LSN to other people's blogs within the Lead System network, and it benefits both of you. So go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So because we see people commenting on lsnway.com, and that's a site that we'd encourage you guys to get active on. You can post your links on lsnway.com as long as they're Lead System Network blog links, okay? So no affiliate programs or anything like that. But if you have an affiliate program, you can do a write-up on your blog and then post that link onto lsnway.com. Try to be active. This is my motto with it, or this is my mentality. If I expect people to comment on my blog, then I'm going to go in there and comment on some of the other member blogs as well. Not to mention, Chris just shared with you how with each comment, it's going to hyperlink your name and will link back to whatever website you want to link to. So a couple of years ago, it was all about backlinks, guys, and Google is still looking at backlinks. But Chris, what you just shared with everybody, with the social media networks and sharing content across all of the major social sites is probably one of the most important things that we can really stress to you guys. We work with a lot of people, group hangouts, individual people, and it's one of the major things I feel that people forget. They write their blog content and they just don't share it across the social networks. Now, you can usually for like Dig and Reddit, and I signed up a while ago, so I don't remember if it works like this still, but usually you can link those to your Facebook account, which is nice, so you don't have to log into each account individually. Like when you go to sign up for Dig or Reddit, it might give you an option to link it to Facebook. That's usually the best thing to do, because then this way, whenever you're logged into Facebook, it's going to treat it like you're logged into Red and Dig It and all these other ones, or Dig, excuse me, and then all you have to really do is, click on the share button. It will instantly log you in, and for the most part, it usually pulls in your blog title and a description for you. So that's really all I have to add here, Chris. I don't know if you want to add anything else, or if you want to open it up and go around the room and see if we have questions. Or
well, yeah, real quickly, guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys about different content strategies. There are all kinds of different content that you can add. One thing that you can talk about is what's going on in the news. Okay, controversial subjects, even if people disagree with you, you don't want to be too controversial. Okay, you don't want to alienate people or hate people or anything like that. But you can be somewhat controversial on your blog and talk about your political beliefs. Everybody says don't talk about religion or politics. By all means, talk about politics if that's what you're into. Okay, your blog brands who you are. And if somebody comes across your blog and they align themselves with you politically, and they're like, man, I love what that guy has to say. Oh, I see he's in LSN. I want to check this out and see what he's doing. They're going to like you. They're going to love you. Now, there are also going to be people who maybe hate you, okay? And that's not a bad thing, okay? Because if nobody loves you and nobody hates you, you have boring content. And I'm not saying to write controversial subject matter on every blog post that you make. Just like when we teach you to share viral videos, we're not telling you to every single blog post that you make share a viral video. You want to vary your content. You want to put different content on your blogs for these different content categories. So the trending news, plug into trending websites, what's trending on Twitter, what's trending in the news like on ABC or CNN. And if something interests you, don't be afraid to write about that from your personal opinion on your blog. News subjects bring massive traffic and they bring an educated audience. Okay, so if you're sharing viral videos that are funny and you've got a bunch of rednecks clicking on your video and saying, hey, look at that guy, that's not necessarily an educated audience. It's not necessarily not an educated audience, but you're going for educated people too. So the news content is definitely going to attract people like that. Here's another idea. If you live in a city or around a city that has really popular landmarks, go out, take a picture of the landmark, and write up an article about it. Talk about it from your perspective. Say, hey, this is my hometown, or Keith, you live in New York, not too far away from New York City, so you could say, hey, I live in Poughkeepsie, New York, or however in the world you pronounce it, and just wanted to drive out to Manhattan and take pictures of all the skyscrapers. And you can put that content on your blog, search engine optimize for those landmarks, and you're going to get local blog traffic consisting of people who are either looking for those landmarks because they're getting ready to visit your city, or people who are already in your city trying to find out information about those landmarks. Family pictures, family videos, things that are personal to you, those are definitely things that you would want to share on your blog. Excellent example with Natalie with the dog. That is a great story. It's heartwarming. It's touching. It makes Natalie very personable. It makes you want to get to know her better, because I'm an animal lover. My big husky sitting over here in his chair. I've got a little miniature weenie dog over here, and my Shih Tzu, I think, is in the other room. But I absolutely love animals, guys, and animals are something that touch people's hearts. So that's another thing that you can write about. You can write about, pictures that you get off of Pixabay. We showed you Pixabay. You could find a cool old picture that's in an archive somewhere on Wikimedia Commons or Pixabay. Put a quote over it that's motivational. Write about that motivational content on those pictures that are completely in the public domain. You don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that. All of those images on Pixabay, on Wikimedia Commons, they're all in the public domain. You can edit them how you want. You can even print these pictures out and sell them. Okay, a lot of people don't realize that, but you can take high-definition images like what you can find on Pixabay, and you can actually print those out on a poster board and frame it, and you can actually sell those in a store. A great little money-making idea if that's something that you're into. So content is the key here, okay? Content is king. It's not the king of the world. I'm not saying that. It's the king of the internet. And it's the driving force behind all traffic on the internet. The more content that you have on your blog, the more gateways or the more pathways onto your blog that you're going to create. The more personal you are with your content, the more people are going to relate to you. The more you write about LSN, the more people who are searching for LSN are going to find you. But when you're writing about LSN, like Keith was talking about tonight, keep in mind you can be broad with your content. Instead of writing about the LSN capture page creator tool and optimizing for people who are looking for that specific tool, you can write about the best capture page creator tool of 2014. Okay, add the year. Okay, anytime you're writing content and you're coming up with long tail keyword phrases, always think about adding the year, because people are looking for the latest, most relevant content. As people use Google and they learn it more and more, they're learning that they need to be specific with their search results. Okay, if they just type in best autoresponder, they're going to get a whole list. Or best money-making opportunity, they might get a list of money-making opportunities, but the first site on the list might be a post from 2006. And they go on that website and they click on the link, and all of a sudden there's nothing there. So they say, you know what, I don't want best money-making opportunities of 2006. I'm going to type in best money-making opportunity of 2014. Best money-making opportunity on the internet. You know, use the adjectives, describe your content. Whenever you're posting photographs of your family or whatever, be descriptive about the photograph. Sometimes people are looking for a specific type of photograph. So if the photograph has red and blue, say red and blue sunset over beautiful Florida sky as your post title, you know, or if it's motivational content, write about the motivational content in your post title. But be creative about the content that you're creating and make it fun. That's the whole purpose of this, guys, is to have fun blogging. You don't want to make it tedious for you. You want to write about the stuff that you are liking, that you get off on. That is the stuff that you want to write about. That's what makes blogging fun, and that's what's going to make your blog shoot up in the search results, and it's going to get you a lot of traffic. It's going to be well worth it, and it's going to help you grow your business. So that's basically all I have on that, and we definitely want to open it up for questions a little early tonight, because last week we went on until the end of the hour, and I felt like nobody wanted to ask questions. So if anybody has a question, please do ask.
How do you deal with spam on your blog?
We're working on dealing with spam. We actually installed and had a plugin activated that was going to block all spam, but for some reason it started blocking the capture pages as well. Was anybody having an issue with that, by the way?
Yeah.
It was blocking your capture page?
Yeah.
What exactly was it doing?
It was not showing up or connecting.
Okay, so it was just, so we had to remove that plugin. That is a blog plugin, so it should have had absolutely nothing to do with your capture page. I'm not sure exactly what happened on that, but it is an issue that we're working on, and we do have it, you know, where within the next week it should take care of itself. For now, Denise, what I recommend is you just go through your spam comments as they come in, put them in the spam file, and delete them out of your database. That's the best way to do it.
I mean, I'm getting shared, you know, people are seeing my articles, but I'm just getting all these, you know.
Yeah, I get it. And they're not real people, they're bots.
Yeah.
They're just bots that come along and spam every blog on the internet, basically, and we are trying to take care of that, though, for you guys.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else have questions over any of the content that we've ever covered, okay? This isn't just about tonight, but we want people to really be on the right track as we go through this process, because, guys, we're getting to the point now where we're really going to get deep into the keywords and optimization and stuff like that, and there's not a lot to it. It really is finite, but when it comes to the different ideas that there are to generate content and the different ways that you can search engine optimize your content, there are a lot of different ways you can do it, and we want to make sure you're all on the same page and you're all keeping up. So if you do have a question, please ask.
Are we going to go over traffic generating strategies?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Okay.
Part of sharing your content is a traffic generation strategy, by the way.
Right.
And I can't emphasize to you guys enough how important it is to be active on all of these social networks, okay? Be active on StumbleUpon. Use StumbleUpon yourself, and the more you use it and like other people's content and comment on it, the more relevance your content is going to have. So you've got to be active on all of these networks, word for word. But there are many different traffic generation strategies. Some are targeted, some are not. The best is SEO. Okay, that's what we're going over now, and we will be covering other things as well. Keith, do you have anything to add about that?
Not really. I might just say one quick thing. Sometimes we think we have to do, I mean, other than sharing content, we feel like, well, I write this blog post, and now what do I do? You know, I sit back and wait for traffic. So, you know, LSN already has the authority in the search engines, guys. You know, if you look at the Alexa ranking, they got a lot of traffic coming in. They're trending upwards. So really all you have to do is write the content, share that content, be active on those share networks, guys, and you will start to get listed in the search engines for these keywords. That is, in my opinion, probably all of the traffic generation you'll need. I mean, we're not saying that we won't teach you other traffic generation strategies, but everything that I've ever tried does not add up to. I mean, I could put everything in one, you know, bucket over here and have search engine optimization over here and pick this any day of the week, guys, because once you get listed in the search engine, and it's not just about getting listed for one keyword, but it's about getting listed for multiple keywords. It's about, you know, once you find let's say a particular specific keyword that gets searched 1,000 times a month, and you're on the top, you know, page of Google for that specific keyword phrase. Well, now you have potentially 1,000 visitors visiting your site each month for one keyword. But if you get optimized for 10 keywords that have 1,000 searches per month, well, now you're potentially, you know, getting your blog to 10,000 people. So that's the concept, guys, is not really to go for, you know, the highly competitive keywords more so than it is to get these long tail keywords. And at first it doesn't seem like it's paying off because you only have one keyword that you're listed for and you're only getting 5 or 10 visits, let's say, every week that are organic through the search engines, and you think, you know, I can't make a living like this. But then you start to add more content, you add more content. So it is something that you have to be consistent with, and over time, it's a complex, you know, system, but it does work, guys, because you get listed for multiple keyword phrases, and each keyword will start to drive you, you know, 100, 200, 500 extra visitors every single month. So hopefully that makes sense. That's just what I wanted to add there.
And you know, that's finite too, Denise. I mean, basically I can list off of 2 hands all of the traffic generation strategies that there are. You've got article marketing, you've got forum marketing, you've got traffic exchanges, you've got safe lists, you've got search engine optimization, you've got, you know, social networking, social marketing, you've got video marketing. Keith, can you think any more off the top of your head? I mean,
other than purchasing leads, you know,
purchasing leads.
Ebook.
Huh?
Writing your own ebook.
Yeah, well, you know, you should actually be writing your own ebook if that's something you're into, Denise, and promoting your ebook on your blog. That's something you should definitely be doing. And if you're going to write your own ebook, you also need to plug that into your capture pages as well if it's something that you're going to be giving away. That's definitely something you can do. But the ebook itself isn't going to generate traffic.
No.
So you got to actually drive the traffic, which is pay-per-click. You know, if you want to do the pay-per-click strategy. Pay-per-click is dangerous, though, because you can actually spend a lot of money unless you really know what you're doing and you really have somebody who's good managing your pay-per-click campaign. You can actually end up spending and wasting a ton of money on pay-per-click. If you're going to do pay-per-click, pay for a third-party company to manage that for you, and you're going to be a lot better off. Doing it yourself, you're playing with fire, unless you really know it.
Facebook advertising as well, which, you know, we've been getting into a little bit more, and it's extremely complicated and not always very profitable. But another thing would be, Chris, you already mentioned, is video marketing. One of my favorite, YouTube. I love creating videos. I love to do video marketing series. I haven't done it recently, but I used to do the pay-per-click through YouTube. I don't know if anyone has done that recently or not, but that stuff is actually pretty good because you can usually get keywords a lot cheaper, and I should probably say definitely get keywords a lot cheaper on YouTube than you can on Google. So that's something to consider.
Okay.
Make a video for almost every blog post that you do if you can. You know, if you're talking about if you're posting pictures and stuff like that, you really can't. But if you're talking about something that's in the news, make a commentary on it. You know, if you're talking about your opinions on something that's going on in the world, go ahead, make a short little webcam video talking about it, upload that video to YouTube, and link that video back to your blog post. So what you would do is you would upload the video, you would embed the video on your blog with the YouTube URL. Then once you had that blog post published, you would copy that URL, go back to the video, edit it, edit the description of the video, and paste that blog URL inside of the video description. That's a strategy that you can implement as well.
That's a great idea.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anybody else have any questions? You guys are an easy group.
My question is more about branding and your brand on your blog, basically. What do you guys recommend, or who would you recommend to help you with branding?
Well, Kimberly, you already are branded.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying for, you know, the masses, for the people out there that don't really know. And actually, I'm not branded yet. I'm looking for a brand right now. So I'm asking people questions on Facebook about their brand and what's working for them, and I'm really diving into that on Facebook and really looking into it for myself, because I do have more than one blog. So I'm wondering, you know, would you carry your brand over throughout all of your blogs, or, you know, do you change it up, or who would you go to?
I
do you
would
guys
always
know some go-to people?
Yeah, I would always focus on who you are, and I'm not saying you can't have different blogs with different subject matter, like a blog dedicated to health and wellness or something like that. That's not a bad idea, but you always want to brand you. And one of the things you can do is come up with an alter ego, like Kimberly the home biz chick, or Kimberly the, you know, I mean, whatever thing you want to brand yourself as, or it can just be Kimberly Tilly. You know, you might just want to brand yourself as who you are, or if you develop the alter ego, you can do anything. Guys, if you're actors and actresses, okay, if you can get on a web camera and act like a fool and just be crazy, you can develop an alter ego that you can brand other than somebody, you know, other than yourself, and be whoever you want to be. And there really are no rules.
Yeah. I've been looking at like Lady Gaga and Eminem, because he had some shady and all the different people, right? So I was just wondering, like, how would you do that?
You know what, Kimberly? What I did a while back was I actually registered a DBA under the name 5-Star Marketing, because for me at the time, I thought it pertained to what I was doing, but because of that, you know, broad phrase that I chose, it's something that kind of stuck with me, that I was able to transfer from one blog to the next, to the next, to the next. So, you know, it's like Keith Kearney, aka 5-Star Marketing, and people, some people know me as 5-Star Marketing, and they didn't know that my name was actually Keith Kearney. They later went on to find that out. So that was something that just stuck with me, and then I kind of took that with me. But I mean, it's about you. You know, it's about what you think suits you the right way. Like Chris said, you know, it could be Kimberly Tilly, aka the home biz girl, or whatever you want it to be. But it definitely, in my opinion, it should be something that you can take with you. So you don't want to make it too specific. So if you wanted to bring it over to another blog or another business, then you'd have to create something else. You want to have that brand that can go with you wherever you go.
Perfect. Thank you. I had to dig in there, because I've been looking into that.
LSN girl. Like, you wouldn't want to say, this is Kimberly Tilly, the LSN girl, or the LSN chick. You know?
Right.
You'd want to be broader than that. But another thing that I would recommend, Kimberly, do you have a high-definition camera that you can take with you?
I use my iPhone or the iPad.
Okay, excellent.
That's what I use.
Take it with you wherever you go. Make videos wherever you go, and talk about the subjects. The thing is, if you're talking about home business, or if you're talking about specific programs, that's not going to be real popular content that's going to get people to, you know, follow you as much as talking about everyday subjects, like having your own commentary on certain things. Keith and I love to point out what Alex Jones does, even though Alex Jones is out there in left field and a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. He has an audience that's very loyal,
Right.
and he can do very well in network marketing because he comments on stuff that he's interested in and stuff that he's into. So I would just say whatever floats your boat, girl. You know, I mean, whatever you think is cool and awesome, do that everywhere you go. Make as many videos as you can, and you know, brand yourself with however you want. Really.
Yeah, I've been really looking at that lately because, I mean, I've been in the industry for a couple of years now, and it's not something that I really focused on at first. And now I see all these young guys and young girls coming in, and that's what they're doing. They're branding them. Like, it's all about their brand, and that's what they're, you know, giving value on Facebook and all the social media. It's all about branding. And it's really caught my attention. So if it's catching my attention, then I know it's really catching a lot of other people's attention. So I was wondering, yeah, how that would pan out, or how you would go about doing that with different blogs, how you would carry it over.
Yeah, I think you would be great with an alter ego. Like, just going out there in left field and doing something crazy.
Yeah. I'm thinking that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. I really do. I mean, you've
Yeah.
definitely got the personality to be able to pull that off.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wanted to throw that out there for you guys. I don't know if it helped anyone else on the panel. I mean, I'm sure it does, because it's all a part of us, right? We all have different different parts of our personalities that we really don't share. And I think it's important for us if it's know, like, trust, basically, in marketing. So some people may know, like, and trust a different part of you, you know, a different, yeah. You know, the bad side or whatever, you know, or the real, you know, what you think side, instead of the, just the, you know, the marketing side. They want to see, like, the mom, or the, like you said, you know, the animal lover, or whoever you are, that different side of you. So I think that's important to show.
Absolutely, and you know, people make a mistake. They make the mistake all the time, and I've learned this recently, of watering down who you are so much that you become boring and stagnant. And you know, for the sake of the product or for the sake of the message, you speak in platitudes like, "Hey guys, this is the most amazing thing you've ever seen," and you know, talk like a freaking newscaster or a commercial
Game
announcer.
show host or something. I know.
And I have a real bad time kind of coming down off of my pedestal and not doing that. But yeah, people want real. They want realness. And Keith, you could easily be Slim Shady with that hair, brother.
I know. I was looking at him. I'm thinking, Slim Shady right there.
Yeah, I've heard that quite a bit lately, to be honest. But thank you. I guess that's a compliment. In some
It
degree.
is a compliment. That's a
Absolutely.
huge compliment.
Okay, cool.
I'm happy you brought up the branding aspect, though, because I know that's something that I've been somewhat stuck on, because I've been in the industry a little bit under 2 years, and I did, like Chris just mentioned, try to water myself down because my personality is a bit much, but I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't care, I'm gonna say it anyway. So, but you know, it's sometimes, like, I guess when you first come into this industry, you kind of like, okay, I have to have some kind of structure, like, what are people going to identify with and things of that nature. Like, how do you realize you're developing a brand? How do you know what you want to translate and when it's too much and when it's time to bring it back? Like, if you look me up online, I've always used the username Such a Lady for everything, and I spell lady LAYDEE. So I just kind of carry that with me, and I'm like, maybe I should just stick with that.
I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too.
Any suggestions?
I don't think you need to worry so much about it. I think you can be whoever you are in the world today, and you know, I just am so thankful that we live in the country that we live in, where we're able to express our points of view the way that we are. It doesn't matter who you are in today's world. You're going to find people who can relate to you, and that's what you want. You know, the purpose of creating a brand is so people will be attracted or magnetized to the brand that you're giving off. And I would say, Faith, be as out there Faye, I called you Faith again. Faye, be as out there as you can. I don't know what that is. I don't know, Faye. But yeah, be as out there as you want to be. You know, be who you are. Don't hold anything back, or be somebody that you're not, and don't hold anything back. You know, there are no rules. If you want to become, you know, some crazy person and present yourself that way online, it could actually work for you. It works for a lot of people. You know, it just it really depends. I doubt that 90% of the talk show hosts that are really good in the industry, in the talk show arena, I doubt their personalities are exactly the way that they're exhibiting themselves on their platform. You know, I bet that a lot of people change it up. You know, and I think that that's
They do.
Yeah.
They just master that craft, you know?
Right.
So, but I think people now want more real. I mean, they still want, you know, the good and the bad. They want that, you know, different sides of it, but I think that they want more real. People want, you know, just the, like, smartphone videos. They want the iPad videos. They don't want the super, you know, professional videos, because they don't feel like they can do it then. But if you're showing them that anybody can do it, they can do it, then it makes it more duplicatable.
I like that, Kimberly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think, or, you know, just everybody out there, if you're showing them time freedom, you're showing them that, you know, a stay-at-home mom can do it, and she's doing it on the go with her phone, whatever. It relates to a lot of people, or even single dads or stay-at-home dads. They can say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of my job. I can do this from home or whatever on my way to work until I can quit my job. And I've seen a lot of guys do that. So I just think that it'll reach the masses that much easier if you show it that it's duplicatable. And it doesn't have to be like a professional photo studio screenshot, you know, on your blog. Everything has to be perfect. Because then people get freaked out and they think, oh, well, I can't do that, or it's going to cost me thousands of dollars to set my blog up because I need to go and get professional photos taken. And a lot of people I see now, they just have family photos, or, you know, traveling, or different things that they've done, and they just have their blog full of that. And I think it's better to show that it's more duplication than it is profession.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because my husband didn't want me to do a video. He wanted to go hire a professional, what they call them, camera crew, to do a YouTube video. I was like, are you serious? And I had a little fear of the camera at first, but I just one day I just got on there. I made mistakes doing my little tutorial capture pages, but, you know, I posted it. But I just felt like, you know, if you do that, it wouldn't be duplicatable. It costs too much.
Right, absolutely. Word.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's better. It takes the fear away for people, because that's the biggest thing with video marketing or any type of marketing. People have fear. They're afraid. So if you can help them with that fear, I think that makes you more human, and it makes it more relatable.
Well, it's fair, because I shouldn't have fear. I mean, I was a door-to-door salesman for Kirby for a while. Me and my husband, you know, were a top team. You know, I door knock all day long, so I don't like, why am I afraid of the camera? That's weird, right?
But you should say that in a video. Say that in a video.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. The camera's pretty intimidating. You know, I had a camera directly in my face in Orlando, and I'll tell you what, I can get in front of people and talk to people all day long. And I had the darnest time trying to talk to this camera. I don't know what it was. It was just, I couldn't get my words out. I don't know what, I mean, this big old camera just staring me in the face, and I was like, oh, what do I say? You know, like, it was so weird.
It is weird.
For the longest time, because I have the built-in webcam into my computer, so I got to stare at this tiny little circle. And, you know, I'm trying to be, you know, smiley and look into it, but it's just so hard. Eventually, it gets easier. So, but you mentioned the word duplicatable. That's something that you should always consider. So whenever you can keep it easy, you want to do it the easy way. So when people ask you how you did it, you can say, oh, I just got on and did it like this. And then people say, I could do that, you know. That's smart, though, because if you hire a camera crew and then you go through the whole, you know, trying to do it professionally, that people can't copy that, you know. So I'm glad that you did that, Denise. And I think as you do more videos, it just keeps getting easier, honestly. I mean, how many do you have so far?
These right here, Google Hangouts, are a great way to market yourself and brand yourself with individuals. I mean, and they're easy.
Get on there and do an interview. You know, ask Keith or Chris to do an interview with you and just interview them for a few minutes.
Actually, that's been on my mind, actually, to put that, you know, recording and put it on my blog, actually. So I've been brainstorming a lot lately.
And you know what? Like, one thing, I don't know if you guys noticed, I like to put up the pictures and footage from our actual case study hangouts. I know a lot of people are actually paying attention to what we're doing, even though I'm not saying join LSN, join LSN.
Right.
You know, and when the big convention comes around, I expect a big push. You know, I expect there to be a lot of momentum. So letting it be known that you're actually in the company and you're actually doing something with the corporate trainers, I see is a great way as far as exposure.
Curiosity. Yeah.
So, by the way, who's all going to Orlando here? Is everybody going, or?
Yep.
Kimberly.
Yes, I'm doing breakout sessions, so I'll be like speaking and everything.
Awesome. Natalie's going to be there, and I can't see Samuel. I don't know if Samuel's with us or not. Hopefully Samuel will be there too. So our entire case study that's here right now is pretty much going to be in Orlando. That's awesome.
Yeah, get ready to party hardy, guys.
We're going to have fun.
And lots of video.
We're going to have a blast in Orlando. I cannot wait to get there.
And that's going to be good for all of our businesses too. I mean, even with my last MLM, I make a habit of putting pictures up of everything. Every meeting, have people hold the sign, things of that nature. I've had people sign up, do their own research, and tell me I want to join you after just seeing that content out there.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Well, cool, guys. We had a really profitable webinar discussion tonight, and we're going to see you next week, same time, same place. Hopefully we have a bigger turnout next week. We appreciate you guys getting on here and doing this with us. I just want to say thank you to all of you who do show up week in and week out. I mean, it means a lot to Keith and I. We definitely don't want to get on here with nobody on here. That would be that would be really embarrassing for one to show up and nobody show up. So we really appreciate you guys coming and showing up. We know that you're taking time out of your evening, and hopefully you're learning a lot of information and you're able to take that with you. And Faye, like what you were talking about, this is actually really good exposure for you guys too, especially over the long term as LSN grows and these videos stay on the training channel. Showing up for these hangouts is definitely beneficial for your business because you're branding yourself, again, here on the webinars. So I'm just very thankful for you guys.
Yeah, they're all on my channel.
Yeah, good deal.
Absolutely.
Well, I need to start doing that.
Think about that.
We all do. We all should be doing that. And you know, we could all comment on each other's videos and just rank them higher. Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to really help each other.
Is everyone here in the
We're
LSN?
getting in position so we can, you know, when the company launch, everybody be looking at us, be like, oh, we want to join them, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to get some good group pictures together while we're down there too.
Definitely.
Is everyone here in the LSN Momentum group?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys check out. What are you doing, man?
Keith's got a bug or something.
You got something buzzing around my head, man. I'm like, what?
I was like, I just see Keith start going off, looking all the different directions. Like, what? I was making sure you're not like having a seizure or something.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, guys, we'll see you guys next week. And again, thanks for coming. Hey, by the way, if you're not plugged into lsnway.com, definitely get plugged into there. We're going to be definitely sharing a lot of content on that site. And that site is really great for you to get people to share your videos and comment on your blog posts and stuff like that. So definitely get plugged in. We've got quite a few people plugged in there now. So
yeah, and that would be the place where you want to share blog content and video content, you know, regarding LSN information.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you guys for showing up every week with new content and helping us, because that's a weak point for me. Like, blogging is a weak point. So
Yeah,
I'm thrilled.
And we're gonna get deeper into it, like I said, and come up with some really good ideas for you guys to generate some kickbutt content. So I look forward to seeing your blogs here in about 6 months.
Cool.
You guys are gonna rock it. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Awesome night.
Ciao.
Thank you for calling me in.
You're very
All
welcome.
Okay.